Do you remember what Crick has said when he proposed the central dogma concept of molecular biology? If you remember it, it is good. If you don't remember it, we have a solution. Simply watch the video that is dedicated to central dogma and then come to this stage where we are going to talk about what that central dogma of molecular biology was actually aiming at when we say that every gene has to express itself as a polypeptide affecting the metabolism. Now, when we say gene expression, we recall what central dogma said. Central dogma said that the gene is replicating itself, the DNA is replicating itself, then it is getting converted to RNA, then it is converted to proteins. So, in the previous lesson that we discussed for how gene expression took place, gene expression was finally about an enzyme that is to affect a metabolism, the metabolism. Now, the gene expression is to be carried out in 2 steps. Now, what are those 2 stages? First one is transcription. In the central dogma, Crick said that the DNA would be converted to RNA by the process of transcription. DNA is double-stranded nucleic acid, RNA is single-stranded nucleic acid. What are the differences? You know very well. So, first of all, we have to convert the DNA into RNA. Now, RNA is of 3 types. RNA is like ribosomal RNA, we have transfer RNA, and we have messenger RNA, and we aim to get this messenger RNA, okay, is to be procured out of this process that is known as transcription. From the RNA transcript, the next stage is of translation. What does translation say? That mRNA that we got as a result of transcription has to be converted into proteins. And what are proteins? They are nothing but polypeptide chains arranged according to the confirmatory principles. Now, you see, we start from gene, we reach till polypeptide. A gene would form mRNA. From that mRNA, a polypeptide would be formed, and it would certainly go and affect the metabolism. So, this is how gene expresses itself. Now, we are going to talk about transcription first of all. We will come to translation, which is otherwise known as protein synthesis, but before that we will talk about transcription. What transcription is, what happens in transcription, how it is carried out. You have to get messenger RNA, okay. Now, this messenger RNA is a single stranded transcript that carries the information. Before we start with the process in detail, the transcription, we are going to see what all terms we are going to encounter during this particular process. Transcription is going to have a structural gene, not structural gene, it is going to have a transcription unit. Now, this transcription unit lies on DNA. Certainly, it is that part of DNA, suppose this is DNA, not entire part of DNA is responsible for producing the proteins, it is just a minimal size or minimal portion that is responsible for producing the proteins. We studied that as much as 99% is waste. I would not say waste, that would be a wrong word. It is not used, it is not responsible for transcription, okay. So, what is transcriptable? That would form the minimum component as less as 1%. That means we are talking about euchromatin over here. Heterochromatin is wasted. In the euchromatin part of the chromosome, the genes are going to be formed, and we have DNA in the form of transcription unit. That part of DNA which would form mRNA is known as transcription unit. Now, what does this transcription unit contain? First of all, you have to remember that it is present on DNA. The transcription unit as we have over here, do you remember what was the structure of DNA, that it is having two strands. One is having the polarity 5-3-, other is having the polarity 3-5-. Both are anti-parallel to each other. They have nitrogenous bases present. Now, I am not going to make it so wide. There would be many nitrogenous bases over here. A, T, T, G, G, C, A, T. Such an arrangement. Complementary to this would be T, A, C, G, sorry, C, G, T, A, T, A. This is the DNA strand supposedly. Now, this is the transcription unit. Out of this transcription unit, there would lie a zone which would form the RNA. That forms RNA is known as structural gene. There is a structural gene. Before structural gene lies a sequence, of course, of bases which is known as promoter. And at the end of structural gene lies another sequence which is known as terminator. Okay. So, this arrangement where a structural gene, which is of course DNA, is flanked between two sequences known as promoter and terminator is known as transcription unit. I would again ask you to pay attention to it, that we have a sequence which will be identified by a certain set of enzymes known as promoter. That enzyme would identify this sequence on the DNA and say that promoter lies over there. That means what follows is the structural gene. From this gene, there would be production of RNA, and at a stage when this sequence comes known as terminator, that structural gene would stop forming the RNA and terminator sequence would come into scenario. Apart from this part of the transcription unit, you have to remember one more thing, that because the direction of DNA replication is always 5' to 3', this would be 3-5 and this would be 5-3. The strand which has polarity 3' to 5' is known as template strand. And the strand which is having the opposite polarity over where the replication cannot take place, that is known as coding strand. Now, this is little bit confusing. It is a misnomer. You have to remember that coding strand is not responsible for coding anything. Okay, the RNA that would be formed will not be formed from the coding strand, though the name says that this strand would be important in coding of RNA. No, the coding strand is a misnomer. It is just for reference purpose, and that makes it more confusing, that every time the reference is to be made, that is made in terms of coding strand, and from where the transcript is being formed, that is from the template strand. Certainly the polymerase would be involved because RNA is to be made. RNA is what? RNA is a polynucleotide chain, single stranded though, but RNA is also a nucleic acid which is polynucleotide. That polynucleotide is formed by polymerization. Now, the polymerization involves the enzyme polymerase, and remember what was the direction of polymerization? It was always 5' to 3', otherwise it cannot polymerize in any other direction. That means the strand which will have the polarity 3' to 5' will act as the template strand. Okay, so that strand of the structural gene or the transcription unit which has the polarity 3' to 5' will act as template strand. Complementary to it would lie a coding strand which is used for reference purpose. The term is quite a big misnomer, but you don't have to confuse yourself. Also, one more point I have to tell you, like supposedly RNA is formed in this direction on this strand, then the promoter lies over here and terminator lies over here. moving further at some other part of DNA, if this DNA strand extends further, then what happens is that you find a promoter over here and a terminator over here, or the transcript is to be formed from this strand, this particular strand, then it would be in this direction, because this also has same 5' 3' and 3' 5'. Now over here you have 3 5, then the direction would be 5 3 being followed, but then this side would act as promoter, this side would act as terminator. Opposite to other condition, this would act as template now and this would act as coding. I hope it is clear to you what I have tried to tell you, that the coding strand does not form the RNA transcript. It is the template strand that forms the transcript. Second thing is that the direction is always this, because polymerase enzymes are involved. That we will see which ones are involved. Polymerase is involved and the direction happens to be this. Now at one stage some strand could act as the template and the other one coding, while in other stage what was acting as template could act as coding, depending on the direction of replication, which is always going to be 5' 3'. So this is what you have to keep in mind before we start about transcription. That would be in next lesson. You must know what transcription unit is. It is that part of DNA which contains structural gene flanked between a promoter sequence and a terminator sequence. It could be opposite. It has a coding strand and it has a template strand. If you are given the sequence of coding strand, you can very well make out what template strand would be like, making it complementary. Now supposedly you are given that find the complementary strand, you are given the coding strand and you have to find what RNA sequence would be made. You know very well, even if the RNA is made, that would be made complementary according to the base pairs, and at place of T you are going to write U. So supposedly you have this sequence. They tell you that this is the sequence of coding strand. Then you know very well from which strand RNA would be formed. RNA would be formed from template strand. So first of all, you can make out what template strand would be. Make it complementary. It would be T, C, C, G, G, T, T, A, A. This was coding. This becomes template. Now from this template, RNA could be figured out what it would be, what sequence it could be. Now at place of T you will get A. At place of C you will get G, G, C, C. At place of T you have to put A, at place of T you have to put A, but at place of A you have to put T. And RNA does not have thymine. What it has at its place? It has uracil. So you have got what RNA would be formed out of the coding strand you were given. I am going to repeat it. Supposedly you are given the coding strand sequence and you are asked that find what RNA would be made out of that structural gene. Now firstly you have very well, it is very clear to you that it is not the coding strand but the template strand from which the RNA is formed. So for finding out the template strand, you can simply use the law of complementarity. You will find out the template strand and from that you can make out what RNA would be made. Now see the similarity between this and this if you have to learn some shortcut. This is the coding. If you are given coding, what you have to do is you simply have to write the same thing, replace T with U, simply. In case you are asked to write the RNA formed by giving a coding strand, you can simply replace the T's with U, rest all is same. But in case you are asked to find RNA from the template strand, then you have to see the complementarity. So with this point, I hope I am clear with what transcription unit is all about. Next we are going to see what happens at this transcription.